the
Go ahead.
level of censorship. Alan, no, the mic is yours. Can you tell Elon what level of censorship you journalists are facing in Brazil?
Sure, definitely. Yellow, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity to have a account on Twitter, on X right now, because I was facing a very strong fight during 3.5 years without seeing my family. My company, Terça Livre, needed to move to United States to keep doing journalism. It's a small business that I started for independent journalism in Brazil. And after the Moraes decision, that I have no idea what he's kind of accusing me of, he froze my assets. He ordered my arrest in the United States, in Brazil, asked the United States to deportate me or destroy my life, and I couldn't make account on uh, every platform in Brazil. Uh, Even I am living in the United States right now by the protection of the United States Constitution, thank God, because he was doing daily fines for every platform that I was creating account. Even OnlyFans, I was banned. So I was banned from Getter, from OnlyFans. By the way, I was using OnlyFans for doing journalism, and Facebook, Instagram, and
Look,
yeah,
you
for
can
your
tell us,
knowledge, for your knowledge. Yeah, yeah, I know. So the persecution was so strong that I wasn't able, Elon, to feed my family. My daughter is facing recovering from meningitis and encephalite, and I couldn't send money to my family, my daughter, because he froze my assets, and he was doing daily fine against the platform because I was creating accounts. So that was a crime, creating accounts, and because I gave you money, Elon, because I bought the yellow the yellow badge for my company. And today, the press in Brazil was saying that I was being helped by you just because I've got the the yellow badge for my company. So this is how crazy it is.
Yeah, it is actually very crazy. I mean, I think there's no question that there's an abuse of judicial power here to an extreme degree. I just have to. That is, I think it is extremely obvious abuse of judicial.
Elon, I'm gonna jump in. Sorry, the space could crash again. I'm just having a lot of technical issues, so I wanted to just jump in, give you a heads up. It might crash again. We won't start it again if it does. But Alan was just sharing the experience. I don't know if I interrupted you because it was glitching for me, but I wanted to get your thoughts on what Alan said, and then what's next for that fight on censorship. Sorry for cutting it short, Elon, but I know there's a possibility it could crash again.
I think I mean the people of Brazil ought to know that there is an abuse of judicial power to an extreme degree that we've not seen in any country on earth. I have never seen anything of this magnitude. It's insane. And the elected representatives of the people of Brazil, that's who should be in charge. Um, and the judiciary is there uh, execute upon the law, but not to make the law. But they are making the law, and I think it's an outrage. People should be extremely upset. So, like, this has got to stop. So,
So,
um,
Elon, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and jump in and ask you a question here. I know it's there have been reports today. I don't know how true they are yet because this story has been so rapidly developing that it's hard to get confirmations on everything. But are you in further communication with Brazilian officials at this point? Have they mentioned an all-out ban on X anytime soon? And do you foresee that being a real possibility?
they have threatened to cut off X entirely from Brazil. They've also threatened to arrest our employees, and they have applied a $20,000 a day fine.
And do you foresee them actually following through with any of that stuff? Because, it seemed in the beginning that this Supreme Court justice was going to rapidly pursue these things.
I mean, I don't know. This is just what the threats that have been made. Uh, I don't know if these threats will come to pass or not. But judging by what has happened to others, I think these threats are real. So it's like I don't know. I think this is like really judicial authority going far beyond judicial authority to executive authority. Um, so that's you know I just think it's just totally absolutely improper. Um, I mean, the law is violating the law. It's crazy. So Nicholas wants to speak.
We can't hear
Hey
you,
Mario,
Mario.
may I ask
Probably
something?
Mario. We couldn't hear you. Nicholas, Elon asking if you want to speak.
Can you hear me, guys? All
Yes.
right.
I can hear you. Yep.
Yes.
Elon, just to let you know, after starting to ask you for more information about your allegations, the Brazilian Supreme Court had just opened investigation against me because I said in my United Nations speech that Lula is a corrupt. It's crazy what's happening here in Brazil. And in the elections, presidential elections here in Brazil, I was a victim of what is happening here with the accounts that are being blocked. After the Brazilian elections, my account was banned both on X and Instagram and Facebook. To this day, I do not have access to the process, and I do not know why the accounts were banned. That's what's happening here in Brazil. So I know that you can't say your next move, but I would like to know what are you planning to do with the accounts that are blocked here in Brazil, and if you're willing to unblock them.
Um, yeah, I mean, I guess unless an account has somehow broken the law, actually broken the law, then they should not be blocked. They should not be suspended. Um, there's I don't know how to say it more clearly than that. Um, I mean, to be totally frank, there were quite a few Twitter employees in the beginning, and some may still